Welcome to the Migrating of Workloads to the Oracle Cloud demo video using VMware HCX. In this demo, I will first ensure the routing and security policies in the virtual cloud network to support connectivity from the Oracle Cloud VMware Solution to on-premises for VMware HCX is in place. Next, I will prepare the on-prem environment to migrate a virtual machine to the Oracle Cloud VMware Solution. Last, I will show a migration of a virtual machine to the Oracle Cloud VMware Solution. I'm starting with the routing and security policies. Fortunately, a configuration wizard can be ran to ensure that the routing and security rules are in place in the Oracle Cloud. The wizards are handy as learning tools too. Once you understand what they are doing, you can then build on the changes they implemented. I will use the configuration connectivity to your on-premises network wizard to make the necessary rule changes to the virtual cloud network. The first item the wizard asks for is a SDDC workload CIDR that you want to communicate with on-prem. Not relevant for what I am trying to achieve, but it's a requirement to complete the wizard, so the field must be filled in. What is most important is the on-premises CIDR you want to be able to communicate with. There needs to be a route to your on-prem VMware SDDC management network, either learned by dynamic or through static routing. In my case, I used a site-to-site VPN to connect to on-prem and BGP for dynamic routing. Take note of the route being added to each route table. The route tells the members of the subnet to go to the dynamic routing gateway to get to the CIDR I entered. The dynamic routing gateway is where the VPN is terminated. Towards the bottom are the security rules. The wizard pre-configures all the various policies that VMware HCX requires. Apply the configuration. Granted, something that's not misconfigured on-prem, preventing communication, everything should be in place to connect the on-premises SDDC to the Oracle Cloud VMware Solution. Time to move to the on-prem Vcenter to prepare for migrating the virtual machine. I'm working in a shared environment and already have VMware HCX integrated into the on-premises Vcenter. If VMware HCX were not installed on-prem, I would obtain the software from the Oracle Cloud VMware Solution instance of VMware HCX. There is some setup required before you compare an on-prem environment to the Oracle Cloud VMware Solution. In addition to the deployment of VMware HCX, if it is not installed already, the network and compute profiles must be created. I have pre-staged both profiles. Next, I should be able to pair my on-prem SDDC with the Oracle Cloud VMware Solution instance. I enter the URL of the Oracle Cloud HCX instance. Username, return to the Oracle portal for the password. That worked. The following steps in the VMware HCX journey include creating a service mesh to deploy the various services you wish to utilize to migrate workloads. Moving through the wizard quickly. Select the HCX environment I will peer with. Select the local and remote compute profiles. The remote compute profile in the Oracle Cloud VMware Solution is created for you during the SDDC build. Review the services that will be deployed. Based on my network profile, I select the IP address pools that will be used to connect the sites to each other. Continue, 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 review, and continue. Name the connection and finish. Once the service mesh is installed, it is time to consider migrating some workloads. I have a test virtual machine ready to go. I will extend the subnet that the test machine is attached so that I can remotion it without disruption. The port group attached to the VM is VLAN-155-JM. I need to tell the wizard what the gateway of the subnet is. Submit. Now the VLAN is extended, I will migrate the virtual machine. In the HCX menu, I go to Migrate. What environment am I going to migrate this VM to? Select the VM or VMs. In this case, I am doing just one VM, where the VM will be stored at the destination. How am I going to move the VM? vMotion. I will show you that because I extended the VLAN before attempting to migrate it, the extended version of the local VLAN is available at the remote site. Time to migrate. A sync of the VM occurs and then a switch over, and that's it. Now if I go check my Oracle Cloud VMware Solution vCenter, I see my migrated VM connected to the extended VLAN. Thank you for watching this demo video on deploying and connecting an Oracle Cloud VMware Solution instance to an on-prem VMware software-defined data center for workload mobility, utilizing VMware HCX. To learn more, please visit the Oracle Cloud VMware Solution page at vmware.com.